Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Game Up. I'm your host, Gamer K, and it's time for the final installment of 2023's Tales from the Conventions. And this one, it being a week before my birthday, I wanted to do something really good for the end of the year of the convention tales. And year of 2017, I got to meet four fantastic voice actresses. And they're all from my favorite series, one of my favorite series, and they are the title characters. That's right, I got to meet the four talented and stunning ladies of the show RWBY. Now, again, like for those of you who watch my videos, you know E, my best friend who comes on once in a while. He's the one who got me into the show like 2 years after it was released. So around volume 3, I got around to it. And it's been one of my favorite series ever since. So the fact I got to meet all four of them was fantastic. And kind of on the somber side of recent years, because you know what? I'm not going to get involved with it. Past is the past, and like Monty Ohm, you guys say, like Monty Ohm said, go forward. You must keep moving on. So I'm not looking into the past. I'm looking into the future with this, and it was still an amazing time meeting all four ladies, and I want to get their names right, because if I get their names wrong, and somehow people from Rooster Teeth see this, also big freaking fan of Rooster Teeth, they're hilarious in all their old videos. I got to meet the voice of Ruby Rose, Lindsay Jones, who, she was just so bubbly and her voice is so, it's so adorable. And I literally said, like, she even said hi in the RWBY voice. And I'm just like, that is, like, hearing the voices, like, on the show is great. And knowing RWBY, and especially seeing the previous, the current seasons of what happened, oh boy, that voice is not used as much. That cheerful, happy-go-lucky, adorable voice isn't used as much anymore, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, hopefully it still will. So meeting her first, like they had the whole line, like people who were not just meeting one. You got to meet all four of them right after the other, which was fantastic. And she was just so adorable, and I told her, like, your voice is just happiness. And yeah, I'm always weird when I meet the celebrities. I always want to make every single one feel unique, like, because that's who I am. I'm a unique guy, so I got to do that. And I got my Volume 4 DVD signed. Like, yes, I have. I'm hopeful. I want to collect all the DVDs. I've got 3, 4, 5. I need to get 2 and 1 if I can find them. Yeah. So let's see, where is she? Here we go. So cute. And I love, and as she was signing it, I made the stupid joke of asking her, is that marker also a gun? And she just laughed. Like, she had to stop from writing because she started laughing from it. And she said, it should be. It was just good, though. Like, okay, honestly, full disclosure, I'm going into this. I had my sister get my DVD signed for me. So when she signed everything, I'm talking about something else. I got an artwork signed for now my ex-girlfriend at the time, and you know what? The interaction between them is good, so I'm cutting out what's going on about that whole thing. So yeah, just the interactions with them is still the main point I'm going for. But yeah, it's kind of a somber topic to talk about right now, but at the same time, it's still fantastic. And so afterwards, I told her, like, I love the show, I love the characters, and I can't wait for many more seasons. And yeah, it was just a fantastic interaction meeting her. And then going to the next one, the voice of Winter of Waishni. I almost said Winter. Wrong character. Kara Eberle. Eberle. Eberle? I hope I'm saying that right. She was just a lot. I kind of told her, like, I'm going to be honest, meeting Lindsay and then meeting you, like, I told them, like, when you meet a voice actor, you kind of can't see the character in them until you do the voice. But meeting them, they are almost exactly like their character. And I couldn't resist. I said, you do know that you have the exact presence of Weiss, right? Like, you have this, like, like, all of them loved my compliments, and they were so fun to talk. Like, obviously, because of the huge line, I didn't take so much time, but talking with them for a quick bit, I managed to get everything out, and it was fun. She was honestly one of the more chill. Okay, yeah, I realize that sounds like a joke, but I'm ad-libbing this whole thing. I don't have a script. But meeting her was so chill. She was so, not sternish, but she really appreciated, like, seeing people. Like, there were a couple people who were dressed as Weiss in line. And I was kind of behind them a little bit. Like, my sister went first and then me. So I got to see everyone's reactions to the characters, and she loved it. Like, I love how every celebrity I've met, there's never been a bad moment. There's never been a big ego trip, and I love that. So, yeah. Oh, going back to Lindsay for a minute. At the time, I was wearing my Tyrion shirt, not this one. I got this one at that year's because such a unique design, and I had to have it. But I was wearing a Tyrion shirt that my ex made for me at the time, and she said she loved it, and she said, "You need to go show that to Jesse." And I'm like, "No, seriously, like, this is right after she signed it, and she saw my shirt, and she says, you need to go show Jesse that later." I'm like, huh? No, seriously, I literally did that dumb blank expression. Wait, what are you talking about? And she says, "Yeah, he's right over there. Like, he's here." I'm like, Tyrion is here. And she's like, "Yeah, didn't you know?" And I'm like, okay, look, when I saw his name there, the problem is it showed Yuri on Ice for his promo picture. And it was at that point of 2017 where I had this strategic advantage of anytime a voice actor is announced or anytime someone's ever announced, I would Google everything they're in just so I know. So if she didn't say that, I would have missed out on one of my another fantastic interaction and meet with a great voice actor. I'll probably do that video later next year if I schedule it correctly. But yeah, like, her saying, like, he was here, and I'm like, really? So, like, right after this, I went right over to him. But that's a tale for another time. So yeah, meeting Kara, she has this presence of Weiss, and I just love it that all four actresses embrace their character. Like, they are their character, and I love it. I love it. Meeting her was fantastic. And right there, signature, right on Weiss. And I like how Lindsay didn't go over the title or go over RWBY, which kind of makes sense. But she did do it in the red, though, so that works. And next, I'm down to two of my favorites. The lovely and, I gotta say, one of my favorite characters from RWBY. The voice of Blake Belladonna, Erin Zek. She is phenomenal. Like, meeting her was phenomenal. I just had to say, like, okay, yeah, she was my ex's favorite. She's my favorite. She's one of my favorite girls from the show. And back at that moment, I kind of loved her and Sun together because I love it when the quirky goofball gets the kind of shy, reclusive girl. a irony I do not see much of myself anymore. But meeting her, but it was just a fantastic meetup. And yeah, she did her big signature, which was great, right above Blake. Right there. And talking with her was just so much fun too. And I saw her mermaid sleeve tattoo, and I said, like, I have to appreciate good art when I see it. And I said, that is phenomenal. Like, that is fantastic. She said thank you, and she thanked everyone for loving the show. And I just had to tell her, like, I love Sun and Blake, and I love the whole thing with Blake having to go through her journey and everything. And I'm just got to ask, is it going where we think it's going? And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And just like Blake, she has this kind of shy girl voice, but at the same time, it's adorable, but it's also a little threatening at the time. If you've seen RWBY and you know how threatening Blake can be at most times, especially when she gives you that stare, and it was just fantastic time. And the final one I met, the most explosive member of the group, the voice of Yang Xiaolong, Barbara Dukelman. Dukelman. Okay, just making sure I got that right. She is the most bombastic, energetic celebrity I've pretty much met in in my entire years of going to the conventions. Like, she was just so fun, and I don't know why, but she had the need to write right over Blake, which is great, which is fantastic. Okay, she was just so fun and so hilarious. Like, I cracked a couple jokes with her, and I said, do you need an extra arm to write your autographs? And she looked at me like, haven't heard that one yet today. Like, she's heard all the arm jokes throughout the day, and I don't care. If I'm going to make a stupid joke to someone at the right moment, I'm going to freaking do it. I do not care. So I cracked a couple lies with her. I made her laugh a little bit. And I kind of told her, like, look, Yang's going to get revenge on Adam. Right? Like, I can't remember when in 2017 the show was around that time. Hang on, let me take a look. What season of RWBY was released in 2017? Let me see. Okay, so if volume 7 was released in 2020, subtract 3 years. You know what? I'm sorry for the whole thing, but again, like, talking to her, it was literally like talking to Yang. Like, she was cracking comments, she was making people laugh. Season 4 and volume 5. So no, the whole thing with the whole Blake, Adam, Yang fight did not happen yet. So once again, I had to give her credit. Like, you sound and look. Okay, that sounds stupid in my head, but you act just like the character, and I had to give her I had to give all 4 of them credit for that, because when you see a voice actor, like, when you see an actor and your mind immediately goes to that character because you've seen them on screen so many times. But when you hear a voice actor, it doesn't really click until you hear them do the voice. But for these 4, they are the embodiment of the team RWBY, and I love that. And yeah, I reminded her of that panel that they did a couple of years ago when she made that vibrate function arm, mechanical arm joke, and Aaron, like, if you haven't seen the video, you got to look it up, because Aaron's face just went like wide mouth, jaw dropped at that joke. Everyone burst out laughing, and Barbara's just sitting there like, yeah, I said it. I'm gonna say it. And looking back and finally realizing that, because I saw a video like a couple months early this year, that like after season 9, that Bumblebee was canon right from the get-go. It was planned right from the get-go. So people who are saying, oh, they're just doing it to approve of it for everyone what they want. No, it was actually right then and there. But I couldn't ask them questions like that because I didn't know what was going to happen. But I kind of sensed something was going on with the characters. And I'm just like, I told her, like, I can't wait for future seasons. And I'm like, if anything is to happen, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, she obviously couldn't say anything, but she basically said something along the lines of, like, I asked her, like, what's going to be, like, I know I'm babbling, but I'm trying to get the words out right. I asked her basically, like, I know you can't say anything about future seasons, obviously, but from what you know, are you happy with, like, what's gonna, like, is the future seasons gonna be as bombastic as before? And does Yang finally get revenge for what happened? I mean, again, she couldn't say much, but she basically just said, you just have to wait and see. I'm not telling you anything. And I'm like, dang, I thought I could make her slip up, but yep, this is another priceless collection of my memorabilia autograph collection. And the memories of meeting all the amazing ladies of RWBY. It's definitely one I'm going to remember for many years to come. And if they ever show up again, I'm obviously going to go meet them again because I need to get a new RWBY artwork with all 4 of them. I need to get that. So here's hoping I get to meet them again. Hopefully they come around again, and hopefully other people from RWBY come, because I met a good number of them. Who would I love to meet? Yeah, I met like a good number of people from RWBY. So my collection is endless, and all the memories are stored up in here, and I just love them. Well, that's it for the end of 2023's Tales from the Conventions, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining in. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if not, that's fine too. Like, comment, subscribe down below, and the next time the conventions return, I do them every 2 months, and I started off in January this year, so we'll see you guys back in February. So, wondering if I should do something special because it is around Valentine's Day. I'll decide when I get there. This is Gamer K, logging out.